And it has been almost 11 months, Candace. Since George Floyd died, we finally got this verdict. It was everything, as Mike and I just talked about, no compromise. So talk to us about what you saw, the time it took to get there, and what it means.
This was really a relatively quick verdict that these jurors brought back. I mean, who knows what the deliberations were, but we're going to hear from them, and that we're allowed to talk to them and hear from them at this point. What this really means is that people are recognizing, not just across America, but around the world, what America has to do in order to change the racist structure that is going on, not just in policing, but in other parts of the country, right? Because in other parts of the system too, because we're not just talking about policing, we're talking about racism at its core that needs to be dismantled. But the bottom line is that even with these 3 convictions, there is work to be done. Today, it's back to business. Today, we have to think about the laws that need to be changed in order for people to listen. And not only that, because let's face it, there are laws already on the books that tell others not to discriminate against other people. We have to change the core values and the hearts of people, as we heard about in closing arguments. We know what is right from wrong. The problem is people need to change their hearts, understand what is the difference between treating someone the way that this now convicted felon treated someone and the way that you should. Still work to be done. And I think about Darnella Frazier. I think about her heavy heart and her heavy burden and her sense that she didn't do anything when we know that she did everything. Without her and without this bouquet of humanity that was around George Floyd, this would have never happened. It's all about accountability, and now we need to take the steps to make sure that that accountability is carried out.
And I'm so happy that you said Darnella Frazier, the young lady that videotaped it, uploaded it, and showed the world what happened on that day, May 25th, last year of 2020, because the Minneapolis Police Department, their statement came out basically saying it was a medical incident, so it may never have seen the light of day to get justice for George Floyd. Speaking of justice, all right, so Derek Chauvin now behind bars. The sentencing, Judge Cahill said in about 8 weeks. Let's look at the charges. 2nd degree up to 40 years, 3rd degree up to 25 years, manslaughter up to 10 years in Minneapolis. Will he serve those sentences concurrently? Will it be one maximum sentence? How does that work in the state of Minnesota and Minneapolis, Minnesota, I should say? And how does Judge Cahill usually side?
So he serves these concurrently, and that we have the highest charge, right? We've got this 2nd degree unintentional murder of 40 years, so that whatever those years add up to be, it's going to be concurrent. So we're looking at 40 years. We're looking at the average sentencing guidelines there of 12 and a half years. Now it's up to Peter Cahill to think about what he wants to do next, because it was this now convicted felon that said he wanted Cahill, as opposed to the jury, to decide whether or not these aggravating factors would add more years to this normal 12 and a half year sentence. Normally what would have happened had the jury taken this information to determine, is this aggravated? Are there some aggravated incidents here and situations? Normally the jury would go back and deliberate on it. But Chauvin said, I want the judge to make that determination. So we have to see what's going to happen in about 8 weeks to determine whether or not it's going to be 12 and a half years or somewhere upwards of 40 years. A verdict is still yet to come on that one. A couple months to wait to see what that outcome will be.
Yeah, and when you talk about those aggravating factors, a child is present. George Floyd was tortured and murdered in front of a child, really 2 children. Other children around the world, of course, stumbled upon it perhaps. But also this was a police officer acting in an official capacity of power. And I wonder how much you think Cahill will take that into consideration.
I think it's going to weigh a great deal because, as you said, this was somebody that was in power. And not only that, but he had a responsibility in order to save George. So it wasn't just a power dynamic. It was a power dynamic where someone was in stress. He took an oath to carry out duties that he did not carry out. He was wearing a badge trained, went through school, and went through continuing education classes in order to know what to do in order to save lives, because that in fact is the goal of the police, right? To save lives and keep people safe. He didn't do that. This is going to be a big deal. See, because Peter Cahill, certainly he can determine what goes on within his court, but he also has to look at what is the goal of the police. And we already heard from the chief of police and other police officers who are currently being paid to be police officers on the street. And that is the standard that he's going to look at. How should police act? Well, we heard them on the stands for weeks, right? So we know that. And that is something that the judge has to take into consideration, that this officer did not carry out his duties.
All right, so look, there's going to be appeal. You know that. They're going to bring up Maxine Waters. They're going to bring up the civil suit. They're going to bring up the change of venue. They're going to do all of that stuff. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. I want to talk about looking ahead, because if we get justice for Derek Chauvin, there needs to be justice or accountability for the other officers that were on that scene. So if you're the counselor of those officers right now, what are you advising your clients to do?
I'm advising them to plea out. I'm advising them to say, you were there and you saw what we saw. It wasn't just what the people wanted in the streets, but it was what those 12 jurors wanted. Now you've got precedent, right? Now you've got even more burden, if you will, on these jurors to make a decision that people want to hear. And that matters. It matters when your city is on fire. We may say that these jurors, it didn't matter to them, but we know, because we heard them doing voir dire, and we know that they did not escape all of the trauma and all of the violence and all of the protest that was on the street in response to this killing. So at this point, if I'm looking at August 23rd, which is when these 3 other officers are going to go on trial, I'm speaking to my attorneys to say, how can I not face what Derek Chauvin faced? How can I make this work out before I get into court? Those options are still open, and those are the discussions that I would be having right now.
Yep. Like you said, it's accountability and one step towards justice. Go ahead, Sharon. Yep. Yeah.
No, I was just going to say quickly, Candace, because we're going to have you throughout the 4 hours, but I'm just so curious. We know, I think, how you'd assess the prosecution, and the beauty is in the end result. Eric Nelson, did he do the best that could have been done for this controversial defendant? Uphill battle. Did he make mistakes?
You know, as I've said, he's a great storyteller. He just didn't have a good story to tell. He did the best that he could, but we know some of his downfalls. We know that he should not have blamed this bouquet of humanity, as the prosecution put it, for the death of George Floyd. We know that the exhaust pipe, that the carbon dioxide from the exhaust pipe just didn't make sense. We knew that all of these stabs in the dark just made him see all over the place. I think had he stuck with just the causation, okay, just the medical evidence, then I think that he would have had a better chance. But again, he did do the best that he could, and we saw some of his lawyering skills come out, but we just know that there's the truth. And we have the plaintiff side, we have the defendant side, and somewhere in the middle there's the truth. That's how it was explained in law school. And these jurors, they found the truth and they saw it. They believed what they saw.
He lost me with the hostile crowd, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But once again, he didn't have much of a case in the beginning, so I guess he did the best he could. But once again, his client is going to jail, hopefully for a long time. Sentencing in about 8 weeks. Candace, Kelley, well, you're back next hour. We're going to check in with you throughout the morning right here on Start Your Day, so stick around.